The ocean looks calm from the surface, blue, wide, and endless. Waves move slowly. The horizon feels peaceful, but that calm is a lie. Beneath this smooth skin of water is a wound in the planet so deep that no sunlight has ever touched its bottom. A place where pressure can crush steel. A place where Earth stops feeling like Earth. This is the Mariana Trench. It is the deepest place on our planet. If Mount Everest were dropped into this trench, its peak would still be underwater. That is how far this world falls away from everything we know. No air, no light, no warmth. Only darkness, cold, and pressure that grows heavier with every meter. At the surface, the ocean feels alive. Birds fly above it. Fish move through bright water. Sunlight dances on the waves. But as you descend, the color fades. Blue turns to dark gray, then to black. The water grows colder. The silence grows heavier. The weight of the ocean begins to press down from every direction. At a few hundred meters, sunlight disappears. At a few thousand meters, the temperature drops close to freezing. At the bottom, the pressure is so strong that a human body would collapse in seconds. This is not a place for people, not a place for air, and not a place for life, as we understand it. And yet, life is there, hidden in the dark, moving in silence, watching. Humans have always feared the deep. We fear what we cannot see. We fear what we cannot reach. We fear places where we do not belong. But fear has never stopped us from trying.
So we've now dropped below 200 meters deep.
We build machines that can survive where we cannot. We send them down for hours into total darkness. We listen to metal walls bend under crushing pressure. We risk everything just to touch the bottom, because the Mariana Trench is not just deep water. It is a forbidden world, a place where evolution took a different path, a place where creatures glow instead of breathe, a place where survival means becoming something else. And the deeper you go, the more hostile it becomes, more silent, more crushing, more alien. This is not a journey into the ocean. This is a descent into another world. And the real nightmare does not begin at the surface. It begins when the light disappears. At 200 meters below the surface, sunlight begins to fade. The bright blue water turns dark. Shadows stretch longer. The ocean starts to feel empty. At 1,000 meters, the last traces of light disappear. The world becomes black. And at 11,000 meters, at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, Earth feels like it ends. The Mariana Trench lies in the western Pacific Ocean near the island of Guam. It is not a hole. It is a massive crack in the planet's crust, formed where two tectonic plates collide and one sinks beneath the other. Over millions of years, this slow movement carved a wound in the seafloor deeper than any mountain is tall. The ocean is not one place. It is many worlds stacked on top of each other. Near the surface is the sunlight zone, where plants grow and fish swim in warm water. Below that is the twilight zone, where light is weak and shadows rule. Deeper still is the midnight zone, where the sun has never reached. Below that is the abyss, cold and silent. And at the very bottom is the Hadal zone, the trench itself, where pressure and darkness shape everything. Down here, the temperature stays just above freezing. There are no plants, no coral reefs, no forests, no oxygen-rich water flowing from the surface. The only movement comes from slow currents and falling debris from far above. The pressure is beyond human experience. At 1,000 meters, the weight on your body feels like a car parked on your chest. At 5,000 meters, it feels like a freight train. At the bottom of the trench, it feels like an entire city pressing down from every direction. Every square inch of your body is under attack. The water is black and endless. There are no landmarks, no horizon, no sense of distance. There is only falling, a slow descent into silence, where sound fades and motion feels heavy. Even machines move carefully here, as if the ocean itself is watching. This is not a place shaped by sunlight. It is shaped by pressure. It is shaped by cold. It is shaped by time. Every creature that lives here has been carved by these forces. Every movement is slow. Every decision matters. The Mariana Trench is not just deep. It is hostile. It is unforgiving. It is a world built to test the limits of life itself. And yet, in this frozen darkness, something moves, something waits, something watches from the black water. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the ocean is not just deep, it is heavy. Every drop of water above you adds weight. By the time you reach the trench floor, the pressure is more than 1,000 times stronger than at the surface. That is enough force to crush a human body in less than a second. Pressure is the real ruler of this world. Water may look soft, but it is powerful. Each 10 meters down adds another layer of weight. By 1,000 meters, your body would feel like a car is parked on your chest. By 5,000 meters, it would feel like a freight train. At 11,000 meters, the ocean presses from every direction with the weight of a city. This is why deep-sea submarines are built with thick steel walls and round shapes. Sharp corners would collapse. Flat glass would shatter. Every window must be small and strong. Even the strongest machines creak and bend as they descend. The deeper they go, the louder the metal complains. Temperature is another enemy. Near the bottom, the water stays just above freezing. There is no sunlight to warm it. No seasons, no change, just endless cold. In this environment, heat disappears quickly, and energy is precious. Oxygen is scarce. Fresh water from the surface rarely reaches this depth. Currents move slowly. Everything here must survive on very little. Sound also behaves differently. In the deep ocean, sound travels farther than light. A single movement can be heard from far away. Many creatures do not rely on sight at all. They feel vibrations. They sense pressure changes. The ocean speaks to them through motion. Light almost does not exist. The only light comes from living things. Some creatures glow blue, some glow green, some flash like warning signals. This is called bioluminescence. It is used to hunt, to hide, and to confuse. In a world of darkness, light becomes a weapon. Food is rare. No plants grow here. No sunlight means no photosynthesis. The only food comes from above. Dead animals sink slowly from the surface, drifting down like snow. This is called marine snow. It is made of bones, skin, waste, and dust. For deep-sea life, it is a gift. Because food is limited, everything moves slowly. Muscles are weak. Hearts beat slowly. Bodies save energy. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is rushed. This world runs on patience, but evolution did not give up on this place. It adapted. It changed. It created life that looks nothing like the animals we know. And in doing so, it turned the deep ocean into a factory for monsters. In the deep ocean, survival is not about speed. It is about patience. There is no sunlight to guide you, no forests to hide in, no safe ground to rest on. Every movement costs energy, and energy is rare. Down here, you do not chase food. You wait for it to come to you. Life in the trench follows different rules. Bodies are soft and flexible, built to survive crushing pressure. Many creatures have no hard bones and no air-filled spaces. Air would collapse, bone would snap. Only soft tissue can survive the weight of the ocean. One of the most common hunters here is the giant amphipod. It looks like a massive shrimp with sharp legs and powerful jaws. When a dead animal sinks from the surface, these creatures gather from the darkness. They tear into the body, stripping it to bone within hours. In a world where meals are rare, nothing is wasted. The Dumbo octopus floats slowly through the water, using its small fins like wings. It does not chase prey. It drifts above the seafloor, waiting for the right moment. When it finds worms or small crustaceans, it drops down and swallows them whole. No struggle, no escape. The fang-toothed fish looks small, but its teeth are longer than its head. In the darkness, it waits without moving. When another fish swims too close, the fang tooth explodes forward in a sudden strike. One bite is enough. In this world, hesitation means starvation. Deep-sea jellyfish drift like living ghosts. Their bodies glow softly in the black water. Some use their light to lure prey closer, others flash to confuse predators. In the dark, light is not beauty, it is bait. Most creatures here do not use their eyes. Sight is useless in total darkness. Instead, they feel vibrations. They sense movement in the water. A single fin stroke can be detected from meters away. Every step sends a signal. Every motion reveals your position. Food may take weeks or months to arrive. When it does, the race begins. Creatures rise from the seafloor, shadows move in the dark, jaws open. The ocean becomes alive for a few brief hours. Then the feast ends. The water returns to silence. The darkness closes in. The hunters disappear again into the black. This is survival at its most extreme. No mercy, no second chances, no escape. And the deeper you go, the stranger life becomes. Because beyond this zone, the creatures stop looking like animals at all. At the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, life no longer follows the rules we know. This is the Hadal zone, named after the underworld of Greek myth. It is the deepest habitat on Earth, and it feels like another planet. The water is near freezing, the pressure is beyond imagination, the darkness is absolute, and yet, life exists. Here, scientists have discovered giant single-cell organisms called xenophyophores. Some are as large as a dinner plate. They are not animals, they are not plants. They are living structures made of one massive cell. In a world where most life struggles to survive, these strange beings grow slowly on the seafloor, feeding on tiny particles that drift down from above. Other creatures are almost invisible. Transparent predators drift through the water like floating glass. Their bodies are clear, their organs barely visible. In the darkness, this makes them perfect hunters. Prey cannot see them coming. By the time they feel movement in the water, it is already too late. Some animals here have no eyes at all. Sight has no purpose in total blackness. Over millions of years, evolution erased what was no longer needed. Instead, these creatures sense the ocean through touch and vibration. The water becomes their vision. The seafloor itself is dangerous. Cracks in the earth release toxic chemicals like methane and sulfur. These vents poison the water around them. In most places on Earth, such chemicals would kill everything. But here, strange bacteria feed on them. These bacteria become the base of a new food chain, supporting worms, crustaceans, and fish that should not exist. This world should be dead. It should be empty. There is no sunlight. There is almost no oxygen. The pressure destroys most forms of life. And yet, the trench is alive. But there is another truth hiding in this darkness. At the bottom of the trench, scientists have found plastic, candy wrappers, food containers, fibers from clothes, human trash resting in the deepest grave on Earth. Pollution has reached a place humans have barely touched. Even here, the ocean is changing. The water chemistry is shifting. Temperatures are slowly rising. Noise from ships and machines travels through the deep like distant thunder. The trench is no longer isolated from the surface world. This hidden ecosystem is fragile. Many species here exist nowhere else on Earth. Some may already be disappearing before we even learn their names. The Mariana Trench is not just a mystery, it is a warning. A reminder that even the deepest places are not beyond our reach. And now, the trench itself may be changing, because the ground beneath this dark world is not still. It is moving. The deepest place on Earth is not silent because it is calm. It is silent because it is dangerous. Beneath the black water of the Mariana Trench, the planet is still alive. The ground moves. The plates shift. The Earth slowly tears itself apart. The trench exists because two massive tectonic plates collide here. One plate slides under the other and sinks into the planet's mantle. This movement is slow, but unstoppable. Over millions of years, it has carved the deepest scar on Earth's surface. But this scar is not stable. Earthquakes shake the trench from below. Submarine landslides send walls of mud and rock crashing down into the abyss. Entire sections of the seafloor can collapse in seconds. When this happens, clouds of debris rise into the water and spread for kilometers. Anything in their path is buried. For deep sea life, these events are disasters. A single landslide can wipe out an entire ecosystem. Creatures that took millions of years to evolve can disappear in one violent moment. Now, a new threat is coming from above. Humans are planning to mine the deep ocean. Robots are being designed to drill into the seafloor, searching for rare metals used in phones, batteries, and machines. These robots will dig into untouched parts of the abyss. They will tear up the ground. They will release clouds of sediment that can drift for hundreds of kilometers. In the deep ocean, even a small change can be fatal. Many creatures rely on clean water to feed. Sediment can clog their bodies. Noise can disrupt their senses. Light can confuse their behavior. The trench is not built for disturbance. This ecosystem is one of the most fragile on Earth. Life here grows slowly. Some animals take decades to reach maturity. If they are destroyed, they may never return. Worse still, many species here have never been studied. Some have never even been seen alive. They could vanish before science knows they existed. This is extinction before discovery. The Mariana Trench is not just deep, it is vulnerable. It holds secrets older than human history, and now those secrets are under threat. Yet none of this has stopped us. Humans still want to go deeper. We still want to touch the bottom. We still want to conquer a world that was never meant for us. And the deeper we go, the greater the risk becomes. Because in this place, there is no rescue, no backup, no second chance. Only pressure, only darkness, only the long fall down. Reaching the bottom of the Mariana Trench is one of the hardest journeys on Earth. Only a few humans have ever done it, not because we lack the desire, but because the ocean does everything it can to stop us. To survive the pressure, scientists use special deep-sea submersibles. These machines are shaped like metal spheres, built to spread the crushing force of the water evenly across their surface. Their walls are thick, their windows are small. Every part is designed for one purpose: survival. The descent takes hours. The submersible sinks slowly into the black. Outside the window, the blue water fades into darkness. The last glow of the sun disappears. The temperature drops. The pressure climbs. Inside, the crew listens as the metal shell creaks and bends under the weight of the ocean. Every sound is a reminder of how fragile they are. There is no radio signal from the surface, no quick rescue, no escape route. If something breaks down here, help is days away, if it comes at all. As the submersible continues to fall, strange shapes begin to appear in the headlights. Pale fish with glowing eyes drift past the window. Transparent creatures flash blue and green in the dark. Shadows move just beyond the edge of the light, watching from a distance. Then, after hours of falling, the seafloor appears. A flat, empty plain of mud and rock stretches into the darkness. The bottom of the world. The pressure here is so strong that every square inch of the submersible is under constant attack. One crack would be enough to end the mission. The headlights reveal slow movement on the ground. Small creatures crawl across the sediment. Pale fish hover just above the surface. Strange shapes slide away into the black when the light touches them. This place feels unreal, silent, isolated, forgotten. The crew sits in total darkness, surrounded by 11,000 meters of water. Above them is the longest vertical distance on Earth. Below them is solid ground that no human was ever meant to stand on. There is no feeling of safety here, only awareness, only tension, only the steady reminder that one mistake means no return. This is the most isolated place on the planet, a world farther from human life than space. And when you finally reach the bottom, when the journey is complete, a terrifying truth becomes clear. The Mariana Trench is not empty, it is alive.